All right, what's up? So we're wrapping up architecture today. So did I remind you that you need to bring a pencil and an eraser on Monday? Make sure you do. Make sure you know the clicker pencils, no wooden erasers, none of those crayon wood erasers. Okay, want the ones with a click, click, click on them, right? And you will need an eraser. Okay, that's it. All right. If you need to get them from here, you can get them from here. But if you have them already, then that's good as well. All right. Yep. Wait till I'm done with the demo because you won't do it. There's no sketching right this second. So, all right. Like yeah. So we left off kind of like this, right? Where you've got this outside going on. Now there are a couple things wrong with this model that I don't really like the shutters are different colors and stuff, but the garage door is especially nasty. If you have my model, for example, I know for a fact it's awful. So you might want to go in and edit the type and make sure that you have a decent material for the door. It should be probably a dark brown. So if you need to go in there and make a material, I don't know if I have a dark brown in here or not. Let me look under paint here. Yeah, something like that. So it goes pretty dark. Again, if you don't have one, just make one. So again, looks something like that. That's probably about right, somewhere in the middle. All right, hit okay. And that will take care of both garage doors because it's a type parameter there. I know it doesn't look good there, but it'll look good when you guys do the rendering. I would do the same thing with the front door, and I would do the same thing with any other doors that are there. The ones that are there are pretty awful, so you're going to want to change those. All of them will have some kind of a parameter for the panel material. And right now it's birch. It's not very good looking for Tuscan. So, go back and use that same material. Some of that brown paint. And so you're going to get something that looks like that. So those must have been the same door. Okay. Once you have it all ready and it's all beautiful and stuff like that, you're going to run into Enscape and you're going to start it. And you're going to create an Enscape rendering. So this is the first part of what I'm asking for from you today. So if you have more work to do on this, you'll have time because I'll show you what I want from you. It doesn't take very long to create the end product. So you'll probably have a good hour at least to put stuff in. With all the trees and stuff in, people and cars, this file's starting to get a little bit bigger. That's why it's going to take a little bit longer to process. Okay, so we've talked about this a little bit already, but once you get that looks pretty good. You get that view, you're gonna go in and organize. Now, if you want to do this on your site plan, you can. Some of you have really, really good site plans, and you might be, I don't know, might be a better rendering if you did it from the stuff on your site. It's completely up to you. All right. But what I'm looking for is that, let me back off just a little bit here. I'm looking for the shot that gives me the entire building, but not that grass on the front, so back off a little, but I don't want to see I might have to move that thing out a little bit here. So you get the basic idea. I'm looking for that shot right there. You can hate my plants. I think I kind of do too. I like them over here, but I'm pretty not very happy with them over here. Once you get that, I need you to take a screenshot. So let's see, where is that screenshot command? Right there, screenshot. And, give it a name. I'm going to put this in my documents. You should always put your pictures in your my documents. Let's see here, and period 5, and pics. And I'm just going to call this my Tuscan rendering. And it should process it. I think that actually might be it. Doesn't take very long to do that part of it. All right. So that said, I would just minimize Enscape because you're not going to use that. And then what I want you to do, first off, let's just make sure we have the picture. I think we do. Let's see. I put that under my documents, right? Documents. I put it under intro and period 5 and pics. And let's do the date and Tuscan rendering. Okay, so we know we got it, right? Next step, you need to create what's called a drafting view. Have we done drafting views? We've done a few of them, huh? So we're going to go ahead and create that drafting view, drafting view. And then you're going to insert, and you're going to put the picture, import image. Let's see, here, and whoops, I didn't do that right, did I? Documents. And let's see, Tuscan rendering. And it's going to be this big old honking thing here. Scale won't really matter so much, but just, double check and make sure there's nothing goofy on there, no surprises. I'm not really all that happy about the grass in the front, but it is what it is. I want to see the house mainly. All right. But yeah, it's probably overly grassed in the front. If you wanted to hide that to make this look really better, what you would do is you'd create what's called a masking region. Have I shown you those? Check this out. Annotate, region, masking region. So what a masking region does is it hides something you don't want to show. So for example, in this case, I don't want to show the bottom. Now, if you create the masking region with invisible lines instead of the thin line, then it just kind of, carves up for you a little bit. So I think that looks a little better. There was too much grass there before, especially if you have grass and you don't have any cool, paths leading you to the front door. You probably want to minimize the grass because it doesn't look right. But this way it doesn't look as bad. It's still not perfect at the garage, but if you look at model homes, they do that. They don't have a driveway yet. And, they eventually put the driveway in and it's fine. So that's kind of the shot that I'm looking for. And then you're going to, of course, put it on a sheet. I'd like you to call the sheet cover sheet. I don't know. A0. Okay. It's not really a technical drawing. So, all right. And I want you to take that drafting view and put it on the sheet. Wow, that worked out pretty good, huh? Wow, that scale was perfect. That usually doesn't happen. Usually I have to make it bigger or smaller, right? But that looks pretty good. So that's what you're going to give me. That's your first part. Let me save this. And you're going to just give me a one sheet PDF. That's your first half of today's assignment. So it's going to be a file, print, Bluebeam PDF. You guys know the routine here by now, right? Zoom, center, ArcD, raster, right? Just current window's fine, right? Current window, because we're only doing one sheet. That is definitely not the right name or the right folder. Let's see. Documents, intro, period 5. I'll just put right there. And again, the name, your first name, last name. Tuscan cover. Okay. If you have everything done, it's going to take you maybe a little more time than I did, but not much more. So it's just a one sheet PDF. Okay, just one sheet. I don't need the whole thing. I don't need all your other ones. We'll do that later. That's another step we'll do later on. All right. Any questions on that part? And it will go submit, period 5. And let's see, what did I call it? I called it Enscape renderings. Okay, let's do this. Let's call that Enscape cover. Okay, that's your first step. Second step, I want a movie. All right, so here we go. Let's make a movie. Let's see. Let's bring back Enscape. It's a good place to start. I'm in Enscape right there. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open up this thing called the video editor. It's just a little movie maker. It's really pretty easy. You open that up and you'll see the little path off to the side here. Under video path, I'm gonna make a new path. So I think you guys will be okay here because I just opened this up. If you do one and they do another one because you don't like the first one, then make sure you do a new video path. If you do one and you don't like it. If you don't, what'll happen is it'll continue on the old path. So just be aware of that. So that's it. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and make some keyframes. So see this, now there's 2 plus signs. There's one here and there's one here. I learned this the hard way. Don't use this plus sign on the left. That'll go backwards. Okay, that'll be walking backwards. If that makes sense, you'll start from the end and go to the beginning as if you were literally walking backwards. You're gonna wanna make your keyframes with this little plus sign. All right. We also have this little button up here called wings or the fly mode. So if you want to fly, you can kind of go up and down. If you want to walk, it'll keep you on the ground. So if you want to walk through this thing and you don't want to go up and down, put yourself in walk mode. If you want to be able to go up and down, put yourself in fly mode. And you can go back and forth as you kind of meander through the building. Okay. I'm going to go in fly mode, which is probably not a great idea, but that's what I'm going to do. All right, fly mode. And let's start this thing. I'm going to hit the plus sign. And I'm going to hit my W key. I'm going to start walking. Now I'm going to want you to get the granny flat as well. So I'm going to start with the house. And I'm just kind of going in here. And I'm going to go and hit the plus sign. Whoops, sorry, the plus sign. And you're going to see a key. And that's going to keep going in here, walk. Let me go down just a little bit here. Let's see, what is it? See the keys up here. So it's E for up and Q for down. So I'm gonna go down just a little bit. And then these are your left and right and stuff like that. But you can also use your mouse as you're meandering through. Some of you've been doing this pretty a lot. So there's my really ugly inside. I'm gonna put another keyframe in there. And you'll start seeing these little kind of diamonds happen. And let's continue to walk. Gonna go into my dining room here, put in a keyframe and continue to walk. Because I have a garage there, I'm not really that interested in seeing the garage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit a keyframe. I'm gonna go kind of fast here because you guys don't want me to do this for a long time. Plus, continue to walk. Ooh, not that much. Walk again. If you start getting up and down, you can always go back and you can say, okay, I'm going to put myself in walk mode. And so now when I walk, I really can't go up and down. It's just going to go straight because I'm in walk mode. So even if I hit the E key, E, right? Nothing's happening, right? Because I'm walking. Okay. And then if I'm going to kind of come in here, we put a keyframe in there and walk around, put a keyframe in there. Okay, I'm kind of done there. What you're going to see is these little cameras with the path of where you've been. Don't worry about those. That's the software talking to you. Yes, I've been there. Okay, let's go in here. Let me put a little plus sign there and walk in here. What do I got? Oh, there's another bedroom. Let me put a plus sign there and walk around. Just going to keep doing it, recording it. You don't have to make the plus signs, the same at the exact same time all the time, but you can see I'm running into my other cameras there. Let's go back out here. And let's say I got a couple more rooms over there. What's over here? What do you think? Oh, bathroom. Okay, so catch that. Okay, that's good there. That's all I need on that bathroom. Let's go back to where I came from. Whoops, maybe not that way. Let's see, where'd I go? There I am. Okay, so let's see, let's go in here. Looks like another bedroom, keyframe it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go back outside the house now. Let's go zipping along here. Back we go. Again, I'm walking, so I'm not going up and down. So it's just recording my path. Okay, just for giggles, I'm just gonna go straight out this way, just make this completely terrible here. I'm gonna go right through the window. Notice I can't. I think I have to get into fly mode in order to go through a wall, if I remember right. Okay, plus sign. So you get the basic idea of what I'm doing here. I'm gonna create this and go inside, and there I am. I'm just gonna end it right here because you guys get the basic idea. All right. So right now the total duration is 49 seconds. I would actually like it to be exactly a minute. And it's not, it's 49 seconds. Yours could be longer or shorter, but I don't want it to be longer or shorter. I want it to be a minute. So what you're gonna do is you're going to make this a minute. And that will be the duration of the video. Okay. Guess I can do a 0 there. I guess that's it, 1 minute, right? All right, so I think I'm good there. I think I like what I have. So I'm going to export this. Let's see, where's my, and it's on the bottom down there. It's kind of hard to see on the bottom there. I'm going to export this out. The settings here should be fine. And I'm just going to put this on my desktop. That'll be fine. You see the name of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and save it as that. And it's going to process. And as it processes, you know, it's going to take you through. Give yourself enough time to do a couple of them. Now, what's going to happen on these? I would walk through first before I did the video, because you're going to get some surprises. I guarantee some of you are going to have plants inside your house. You're going to have like, oh, woo, that doesn't look right for different reasons. You know, it's going to, again, plants in the house is the big one. But if you have a surprise, you want to know about it before you make the video, because it does take a bit to process, as you can see. And, you know, it takes a little while to make. I mean, how long did that take me? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. So, you know, you have to give yourself enough time to do it, maybe make a mistake and do it again. But after a couple of tries, it's really, I think after 2 tries, you should get a good one. So it's doing its thing. It's kind of going through, it's meandering through the same way that I went. This is just the processing part. Don't want anything over a minute, because then I have to watch them for over a minute. I already know what I'm looking for. Just make sure you've, you know, explored the good parts of the building that you made. Yeah. Sorry, where's what? Just segments, just like stopping points. So you can go faster and slower at different spots. Those keyframes can be modified. They can be dragged. So you can walk faster or slower by moving them around, if that makes sense. Yeah, most of the video editing softwares and stuff like that, you can change locations. You can even actually, I think you can take little spots of it out as well. And that's kind of where I left the building, huh? But look at them. I mean, the glass reflects real nice. I mean, the renderings are pretty good. If you look at the flooring's good. Plants in the house. So, you know, if they're in there, then you got to move them out, right? I would make the still rendering first, because you know that's a winner. And then you can move those plants out of the way, you know, so that they're not, you know, inside your house. So looks like we're almost done there. Plants in the house. Yeah. So if you do that, I will mark you down. So just, you know, I would walk through first. So once you're done, that's the file that both of us want. You want yours later for a portfolio, and I want, because I'm going to grade it. And it'll look something like this. So, rename it, obviously, something like your first name, last name. We'll call this the walkthrough. And then run it. Just like you're watching a movie, And this will be the final result. Look at the very bottom of the screen. How many seconds does it say on the bottom right corner? So I got 59 seconds. That's weird. Should be a minute. So what's happening now is it's basically going at the speed that I told it to do. I wanted to go through that entire path in a minute. So I know it looked kind of slow and it was processing, but kind of follows what you did when you walked. And then if I put things close together, it speeds up a little bit. So if you wanted to slow down, then don't put so many, plus signs so close together. And that's kind of where I went out. And you have yourself a movie. Now I'm going to throw one more twist at you, okay? Consider changing the time of day. There's my movie, right? So you can change the time of day if you hold the shift key down. Sometimes the building may look better at a different time of day, just because it's just the one that's there now is a random time and it might not be the most attractive to your building. Before you do the still shot, you might want to play with that a little bit. I don't want it at night when you do your first shot, the camera shot. I don't want that, obviously, but something like that looks kind of cool, So feel free to kind of fart around with the time a little bit, because sometimes something like that might look better than what was already there. And as the sun comes in, you can see it hitting the building at different spots, and it might be favorable to you to hit it at a different time of day. All right. If I close this, it's going to ask me if I want to save that thing, I think. Let's see. Did it ask me to save it? Oh, maybe it didn't. Usually ask me if I want to save that path, but I guess since I already did, it's good. All right. Any questions? And then what you're going to do is once you have that movie, you are going to put it submit, period 5. Enscape, 1 minute movie. Make sure your name obviously is associated with it, because I have no way of knowing who it is, right? Because it's yours. I mean, you'll have different materials than other people, but I won't know it's yours if you don't have your name on the save name. All right. Let's end architecture on a good point here. Enscape rendering. I am in after school today, by the way. So if you don't quite finished, you're free to work all the way to 4 o'clock.